There are some companies that go above and beyond. They go as far as even checking social media and looking up their clients on the net to see what's being said about them, what kind of threats, or what kind of possible threats. They check the mail, they categorize it, the gifts that are sent by fans, they create profiles by the people that send it. And then you have some companies that do nothing but give you a place to stand. They tell you to sit in front of 20 monitors, but don't tell you how to use that camera, because every camera system is not the same. But what are you looking for on the cameras? They don't tell you that. People walking around in the summer with baggy, bulky clothes, that's a bad thing, because they could be withholding what's underneath. You're patrolling and you see somebody taking pictures of something that doesn't seem interesting, like a door or a camera. Or someone is sitting around taking notes or videotaping something that's not important, seemingly. But don't you know they could be observing patterns, watching security, trying to find out when the shifts rotate, when there's a seemingly emergency. They want to watch what you do so they know how to circumvent. These are things that every security company should be teaching. And as a security officer, security guard, executive protection, there's so many different names. But if you are protecting people, you should be hungry for knowledge. You should be taking more classes, adding things to your resume to make your value stronger. But not only that, to protect, because when you learn how to protect other people, you also learn how to protect your family better. For instance, some people just get a guard card, or maybe they get a guard card and their firearm license, and then they're happy because they know they can go get jobs. But there's so many other things you can do. I took a course on defensive driving so I can know how to grab my client and escape. Yes, there's CPR. There's more though. If you have the time and the money, or both, you can get certified as a EMT. Do you know the value of a security professional who has their certifications, their gear, and know how to save lives? If your client is shot or stabbed, you will know more than just placing a little pressure or putting on a little stopper to stop the bleeding. Like, there's so much more to know. Stay hungry, be hungry, learn more. And if you're an employer or you own a security company, don't just think about filling the slots. Think about making your staff happy and wiser, and giving them a little bit of leeway to make decisions. I recently worked at a school where a speaker, not flat, a big bullhorn type speaker with 4 sharp edges, was hit by a ball, and it came off the wall on the outside of the school, and it was hanging on by a thin wire. When I told the supervisor, the security supervisor, which this guy had no experience in security, I can tell, he was straight from the hood. When I told him that that speaker could fall and bust open the head of a student, he said, "We're here to protect the perimeter. Don't worry about what happens inside the store, inside the gates." Our clients are children, And you're telling me that I should not worry about if that sharp-edged bullhorn type speaker, which probably weighs about 5 or 10 pounds, falls? 27 years, and I take this job seriously. And I wonder, why doesn't everybody? From the top to the bottom, why doesn't everybody take the job seriously? Not just for the money, but for the lives of the client. For the client, their children, everybody around. Make yourself more valuable and care more about property and life than standing around joking and playing on your phone. Learn some new skills. Learn how to protect people on a deeper level. And if you start a company, don't stop at placing people. Teach them and give them the tools they need so your company can be successful.